and share some of my most frequent use props that I use with VIPKID. I don't have tons. I don't like to store a lot of things, so mine is very minimal. I don't keep tons of shelves full of props like a lot of VIPKID teachers. So I was going to share my technique and hopefully it works for you. If not, that's okay. Get the big props. The kids love them either way. Okay, so some of my most frequent use props are, of course, animals. Okay, I have a dog. There's lots with dogs. Olaf, because, well, which of my girls don't like Olaf? Now, I also use these as puppets when we're talking or having a conversation to model the talking conversations in your lesson. And of course they love it whenever you use Olaf's voice, so you can have a conversation with Olaf, you can have a conversation with the dog. Great things, especially if you don't have puppets. Puppets are also a great thing. I don't personally have puppets, but I have found that these work just the same. Okay, and just a few little stuffed animals that I can do that with. Now, a lot of the other ones are like farm animals. Okay, lots and lots of farm animals because a lot of your lessons actually cover those farm animals. So, you know, you have like a cow, you have the cow, the horse, and of course when I'm teaching I'm a little closer to the screen so you can actually show them the horses, the sheep. So a lot of those things that they can see and then they can actually visualize what you're talking about. It just gives them a visual. Okay, we do a lot with sea creatures. Okay, so I have a dolphin and, you know, an octopus. The animals are the biggest thing. Now, one of my things is these are bulky. Okay, these animals are bulky. So the other technique that I personally like is I print them off. Now, I do a lot of these that correspond with my lessons. That way I always have something to actually show them. So like the lion or, you know, the horse. So whenever we're talking about horses, the cub, we have a silly dog. And then when we're talking about, you know, biggest, smallest, littlest, these kinds of things. And you can literally just have these printed out. Now, my storing technique is I actually have just a simple fold with folders that are labeled people, animals, objects. And I just started accumulating all of these lovely print-offs so I could use those within my classroom. I shut it. And all of my print-offs go in here and it stores underneath my desk. So it's super easy and simple. So I can print off those. I have animals. I have food. I don't know if you can see that. I have food. When we start talking about boy or sidewalk, playground, girl, okay, these are, like I said, just print-offs off the internet. Now I have laminated them because I use them a lot, so it's just, they last longer. Some of the ones you saw aren't laminated yet. Another one is a picture of my family. They love to see your family. They like it. It's almost like they're connecting with you. So if you incorporate your family, then it's nice for them. They really and truly feel like they know you, and I don't know. I feel like I get closer to my students that way. There's times that they're reading pictures of their family, and it's that that rapport that you're building with them. Okay. Secondly, food. Who doesn't love food? Okay. Lots of your lessons talk about eating, and you mimic with your food just something that they can relate to, and they think it's really cool. They think it's a real hot dog or hamburger, so it's kind of cool there. Again, printed off the internet. I connected a string to it, taped on the back, kite, ooh, super small. It also goes in with my pictures, so it's small, it's compact, and it doesn't take up a lot of room, which to me is great. Other things that I use are dice. Now, I play a game with my dice. We talk about the numbers on the dice. Whenever you're talking about the face and the vertices and the corners, this is a great thing to mimic. Okay, whenever you're talking about how many faces does a cube have, great, because that's already got numbers on it for you. Okay, lots of balls, lots of balls. These are cat toys, okay? But the kids love balls, whether you're doing throw or toss or just rewards, doesn't matter. They love them, Okay, lots of things with ice cream. Again, another print off. Okay, ice cream. Now, emojis. This isn't all of my emojis. When you're first starting those conversations, are you happy? Are you angry? Okay, there's lots of these. I don't have them all with me. You know, just different happies, emoji faces. They love them and they like to play games with them sometimes. So it's nice to be able to, especially if you have a young one that is having a hard time with being that conversation starter and they're not really sure what you're asking, you can do that. Another one is, where did it go? I don't see it. Oh, well, it's not here. My favorite, microphones. Now, a lot of teachers have big microphones. That's great. That's perfectly fine. But again, mine are laminated. They're printed off the internet. They're laminated. I have 3 different colors. That way I can do one for boys, girls, and I just have an extra. But it is great whenever you are trying to, if the puppets don't necessarily work, you can be like, your turn, and then you could hold it to them like it's their turn. Or in the beginning when you're doing the warm-ups and you're singing, you sing, they sing. Okay, they love. I have students who have printed off their own microphones. They use staplers and they use remote controls as their microphone. And they love this aspect of it. This is probably one of my favorite props to have because you can do a lot with it. It's just I say it, you say it, and they catch on really fast with this prop. Next is a book. Okay. They do a lot with teaching what the title is, the cover, and reading. So I just have a book thrown in there just to show them, hey, this is a book. All right? Okay. Most of you, if you have a computer, have a mouse. This is just a mouse that I have as a prop. You do a lot of can you click, can you circle with the mouse. So it's just nice for them to see a mouse. If you don't have one, hopefully you can get one, cut the cord off of it. It doesn't have to work. It is just great for them to visualize because you do a lot with the mouse. Okay, so there's the mouse. Next, I got this at the Dollar Tree. Super easy. It just has the shapes on it. Okay, so I use this as a visual, and then I usually use my whiteboard that we can draw. So whiteboard goes along with this, but this just shows them the different shapes on there. And of course, your dry erase markers. I always have at least 2 or 3 because my luck, they always run dry. So those are the most used props that I use in my classroom. Now I do change, these props stay pretty close to me at all times. But I do, whenever I'm going through my lessons, like I said, I'll print off new animals or something that goes with my lesson. Now these are pretty handy to have. These are just flashcards. Again, things that I've accumulated over time. They're animals, they're starfish, they're crabs. They're literally just quick at your fingertips whenever you're talking about different things in your lesson. And I dropped them. Okay, so I would suggest that whenever you are going to do a lesson, that when you first get started, that you go through those slides. Okay, you see, okay, what do I need? I have a bin that sits next to my computer, and each night before I teach, I will line up, okay, my first class, I have this, and these are what I'm going to use. Being prepared is the #1 thing for being successful. If you have everything there at your fingertips, you don't feel confused, you don't feel lost, and you feel prepared for what you're getting ready to teach, and that's what these little ones need. Okay, so I hope this helps. Like I said, I don't have tons. I've been doing this for a while, but I have fun when I teach. I do like to talk with my hands, so my kids have gotten used to that, but I always have some kind of prop, something within my lesson. I don't ever go without a prop in my lesson, whether it's drawing on the whiteboard or having some kind of material in my hand to show them. Okay, they really enjoy seeing some of these props come to life. The more fun that you can make your lesson, the better. As they get involved with you, they actually really enjoy coming to class, and you build that rapport, which is great for you because then they always book with you, and that's what you want. You want your bookings to stay up there, so you're making money and you're helping the students. That's why you're here, right? Okay, so you want to do that as you move forward. Okay, so I hope this helped you get started. You do not have to have tons of props to start VIPKID. You don't. You can build as your business builds. So start small, get them as you go, and if this was helpful at all, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so, as I have more tips and tricks coming your way. Bye guys.